So a new update for Dead Rails just dropped, and with it comes a bunch of new potions and all kinds of other massive changes to the game, including an entire revamp of the melee system, but I have an entire dedicated video to that if you'd like to check that out. That was also uploaded at the same time as this. However, today's video is going to be entirely focused on the actual potion combinations because there are a ton of different unique potions that you can make and a ton of these different like liquids, like unicorn blood. What is that? Fear not, my friend. For today, I'm going to teach you everything that you need to know about the different potions, the different combinations you can make, how useful they are, and if this is even a system worth using. And of course, if you find this video helpful, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're aiming to hit 300k by the end of the year, and that'd be incredible if you could help with that. Otherwise, let's get straight into the video. So to give you a bit of a rundown, a new item has been added to Dead Rails called the glass bottle. Now it can be found pretty much anywhere in the wild, and they can contain water, milk, blood, kerosene, and there's two other ones that you can make called zombie blood and unicorn blood, which you basically just take an empty bottle and lay it over a pile of blood off of any enemies that you see. Same thing with the unicorn blood. It's exactly what it sounds like. Now there are a bunch of different potions that you can make with these, and now that we've kind of established what they are and how to get them, we can make angel tears, which heal injuries pretty much instantly. It's effectively like a different version of snake oil. Devil tears, which if you actually have this effect applied to you and then become ignited, it'll set everything around you on fire. There's holy water, which will kill all enemies around you with green flames, and you and your friends are immune to that. And lastly, the primordial soup, which effectively does the same thing as the jade mask, where it allows you to kind of revive dead bodies and allows them to fight for you, whatever, yada yada yada. So how exactly do we go ahead and make all of these things? So for the first one here, angel tears, what we have here is we need a combination of unicorn blood and regular blood. So pretty much what we would do here is we're just going to empty this out on the floor, and then we're going to take some regular blood and we're going to pour that onto the floor, and you can see we get kind of this glowing liquid here. And what we can do now is just press a bottle up to it, and even if it's not empty, you'll see it fills up partially with whatever's in it, or if it's empty, it'll just fill up with whatever you just collected. In this case, it was the 5% angel tears. Now you can see right here, this is what a full bottle of angel tears looks like. It is this glowing glass bottle, and if we were to go ahead and take a little bit of damage, pretty much all that we would have to do is just pour some of it on the floor and just stand in it. And you can see in the bottom corner, we are covered in angel tears, and that percentage will go up while you're standing on it and will go down while you're not. And while that effect is applied, you will be continuously healing. Now I feel like this is actually a pretty good potion that's extremely useful, but the thing is, it's very case specific because with pretty much any of these potions, you're going to already have to have the effect applied to you before you get into combat, because you're not going to stop and go, oh, let me pour some of this out and then step on it. You could, but you wouldn't want to. You can see in the top corner too, I'm perpetually healing while I have this active in the bottom corner. Now the next one that we're going to be doing here is going to be devil tears. Now this is the one that effectively lights everywhere around you on fire, and that's also going to be a fairly simple one to make. Now pretty much all that we need for this one is going to be, we're going to need some unicorn blood here, and we're going to need some kerosene. And what that's going to do is it's going to create this red substance right here, and you can see on the bottom corner, it's kind of not working very well right now. Probably the easiest way to do this would be to literally just get it into a bottle like this, dump it on yourself, and you'll see that you are covered in devil tears. And what's going to happen now is whenever we get ignited on fire, everything around me just explodes into flames like this. And I'm also on fire, and you could just see everywhere. There's just that yellow film, I guess you could say, that yellow like liquid on the floor. And yeah, it's great. It's very silly, funny, haha. You don't want to do this though unless you're playing Arsonist, because otherwise you can see in the bottom corner I'm covered in fire, and I'm not going to stop being covered in fire until I die. So this is not one that you're really going to want to use unless you're playing Arsonist. We've also got holy water as well, which yes, you still can actually find in churches, but if you get holy water in a bottle like this, it'll quickly kill all enemies with green flames. Players are immune. Now for the holy water, all that you have to do is you just combine water, regular old glass of water, with the unicorn blood. And you can see this is the kind of liquid that you get here. All right, now let's test out that holy water. There it is. Lovely. So yeah, you can see this kind of like green aura, this green reflection from the green flames. It looks really cool. I think it's a really cool thing here. It is pretty useful. It is also very case specific, and you generally probably would be better off just using a regular holy water, but hey, it exists. And lastly here we have the primordial soup. Now this allows you to revive corpses by pouring the liquid on them. You do need quite a bit, at least half a bottle in my experience. And I actually do find this fairly useful because unlike things like the jade sword, you can actually just carry these corpses with you, place them down wherever, dump the primordial soup on them, and just make them your buddy to fight for you. It's effectively like the jade mask, just you can just keep replicating it basically with as many bodies as you can, with as much of the different liquid as you can. Now that is pretty much going to be it. If you want just a full cheat sheet, I have it up on screen right now to be able to help you out and kind of get your potion game going, if you will. In general, I think that the potions are actually a decent addition. I don't hate them as much as I originally thought that I was going to. They're just not extremely practical because a lot of times you really just kind of have to stop and be very intentional intentional, and these are not something like the Molotovs or Holy Waters, where you can't just use them in a pinch. This is something you have to very meticulously be like, okay, yeah, we're gonna place down the devil tears, and I'm gonna step in this, and we're gonna throw a Molotov here. It's just a very specific thing, and it kind of does lengthen your gameplay, but hey, if you are somebody who likes to explore a lot, if you're somebody who likes to have more stuff to do or more things to tinker with, I think this update's honestly pretty good for you. I'm probably not gonna do all too much with this, but hey, if you are, good for you. And also, make sure to let me know your guys' favorite potion in the comments section below. I'd love to know because I want to find more use cases where these things are actually going to be better utilized. With all that said, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos and guides just like this one. Of course, big shout out to the channel members up on screen. Of course, I hope you have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.